The FBI has official documents that blatantly talk about interdimensional aliens, and everyone's cool with that. Dating back to July 8th, 1947, the exact same date as the first ever mainstream UFO crash in Roswell, New Mexico. This is under official government site. Like, this document actually exists. It's real. And it kinda already told us what all these drones, UAPs, and orbs in our skies really are almost 80 years ago. I'm warning you, this is about to get wild, because a lot of what's written here has been happening right in front of us. The document is several pages long, but this page right here is by far the most interesting. It's a memorandum addressed to scientists and military authorities, written by someone who has several degrees and is a former university department head. Definitely doesn't sound like your local nutjob. It goes on to describe the flying saucers, as UFOs were commonly referred to back then, starting off by saying that any plane that attacks these saucers will almost certainly be destroyed, and warning that doing so may cause panic among the public, so keep it low-key. The document continues to explain these crafts in detail, and this is where it gets weird. According to this, some of the UFOs carry crews, like living beings flying them from the inside, and others are fully remote controlled. I feel like we kinda already knew that. Then it gives us a bit of hope, saying that whatever they are, their mission is peaceful and are just looking to settle on our planet. Not the worst news, right? These visitors are human-like, yet much larger than us, and are not from Earth, but from their own world, clearly. But they don't come from another planet as we would expect, but rather an etheric realm, which interpenetrates our own and is not perceptible to us. Put simply, interdimensional beings. That's literally what it's saying. And their bodies and crafts automatically materialize into existence when they enter our dimension. The crafts also possess a radiant energy that will easily disintegrate any attacking ship, and can also disappear from our dimension at any time without a trace. But the realm from which they come from is not the so-called astral plane, which is where a person's spirit is commonly thought to go to after passing away, but rather corresponds to the locus and talas, which are Hindu mystic terms that refer to 14 worlds that exist in dimensions above and below our own. Yeah, I told you shit was gonna get weird. And finally, they can't be contacted by radio, but likely can be by radar if we build some sort of signal systems designed for that purpose. Well, now, isn't that something? To be fair, many are quick to point out that this document wasn't actually written by the FBI, but rather was a newsletter written by Dr. Newton Meade Lane to the FBI, which they just stored in their archives. And obviously, if you Google it, it'll just tell you it's a bunch of pseudoscience and nonsense. You know the drill. Regardless, it's still an interesting report for the feds to keep in their official public document vault. As wacky as the ideas presented here are, it kind of sounds similar to what's happening in our skies today, written in 1947. And this isn't the first time the FBI's public vault was under scrutiny. Back in 2011, another UFO memo from 1950 featured in their online archive was making its own rounds. This document mentions 3 circular saucers, 50 feet in diameter, with ray centers that were recovered in New Mexico. Each saucer was occupied by 3 bodies of human shape, but only 3 feet tall and wearing metallic clothes. Non-human biologics, anyone? Which admittedly contradicts the other document which said they're bigger than us, but maybe they come in different sizes, who knows. But again, this report was dismissed as hearsay from a third party with no proof, and no further evaluation was performed. Even though the report was written by Guy Hoddle, a special agent of the FBI, reporting an account given by an investigator of the US Air Force. 2 top-ranking government officials, with no reason to lie, reporting on UFOs with non-human bodies found on board, swept under the rug as usual. Info about UFOs and unexplainable technology like this has been slowly trickling out over the decades, and has definitely ramped up quite a bit in the last couple years. What used to be crackpot theories are now basically government confirmed, which I don't even know if the government confirming it should make us less or more skeptical about it. So just remember, totally fake and for entertainment purposes only FBI documents in the coming months, and see if any of these get added to the told you so checklist.